So my band, Mars Retrieval Unit, just recorded our album, Two Sides. We're about to release it at the Crystal Ballroom with special guests Outpost and Fruition this Sunday, November 21st, 8 p.m. It's only $5. It's going to be an awesome show. We're really excited to release this album. We've been working on it for a long time.
How long?
Over a year.
Wow.
Almost a year and a half.
What does the title mean?
Two Sides. It's one of the songs on the album that I wrote. Kind of inspired sort of psychedelia that is talking about, there's two sides in this world. One is up and one is down. I don't have the album cover yet, but it's, a picture of the sky and the earth. And it definitely represents our band because we do a lot of different styles and not just one sort of thing. So.
And you have to explain the name of the band.
Mars Retrieval Unit. Actually came out of the swamps of Florida. This band has been kind of in and out for over 5 years. Started with our guitar player, Rob, and two of his friends in a pyramid we lived in Georgia. And they sent out an email to friends searching for a band name, and somebody came up with that. So over the years, we've kind of been trying to decide what exactly that means to us, whether it's the band retrieving people to Mars or retrieving Mars to the people.
Is there something on Mars you've always wanted to retrieve?
Of course.
What is it?
The Martians,
Yes.
You got the face of Mars. Who knows? You have to go to a show to find out.
Right. So a lot of people call your band psychedelic.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
We are technically a jam band. So we write very intricate songs that are definitely inspired by psychedelic things. And each song we usually take into an improv session in the middle or at the end, and oftentimes jam into other songs, which is technically what a jam band is. Mm-hmm. You fuse different songs together and kind of keep people guessing as to where you're going to go at each and every show.
And do you know?
We don't know, no. A lot of times we surprise ourselves. We just have had this lineup for the last 2 years, so we finally have gotten a nice solid base with all the musicians and feel comfortable going different places with the music.
So you're improvising?
Yes.
Okay. How is that different from jazz?
It's rock and roll. There's a
well, the language
you've got we have a lot of synthesizers. We have a Moog, organ.
A Moog?
We have a Moog.
A real Moog?
It's a modern one, but it still sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's definitely driven by space sounds and that old 70s, vintage sound that you used to hear.
For instance, who inspired you in that era?
We are definitely fans of Zappa, Yes, King Crimson, Zeppelin, of course, and then modern bands, Fish, Mo, Humphreys McGee is a favorite right now.
So if you're a jam band, what's the longest you've ever played?
The longest. Well, some of our songs are composed 10 minutes long. Mm-hmm. So we've got a couple of those on the album, actually. Probably the longest jam we've had is about 35 minutes, I'm guessing.
Okay. All right.
You kind of lose track.
It wasn't like 4 or 5 hours.
No. But we have played strings of songs together without stopping for a whole set. So, an hour set.
So do you play something besides sax on this?
I play saxophone and flute, and I sing. And then I arranged a bunch of horn charts, so we've got a horn section on a few of the tunes with Paul Mazzio on trumpet and Mika Brueggemann on the bari.
What a surprise.
Yes. Just met her the other day.
Now that's very interesting because you don't usually hear a baritone sax in a psychedelic band, do you?
No, No. Well, some of our songs, that's the two sides part because it is psychedelic, but we also have definitely a funk essence to the music,
And you've got to have a Barry on that one.
you have to have a berry on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what can we look for at the gig? You gonna play the album?
We're gonna play most of the album. Since there's 3 bands, we can't play, as long as we would hope. So we're gonna play some of the songs from the album, but we also want to play some of our newer material. Since we started the album over a year ago, we have a lot more new material that we like to play that satisfies us. So we'll probably do, the stronger tracks from the album and hopefully do some improv stuff, since we have limited time.
What would you? Go ahead.
We have the horns come into play, so it's going to be a nice powerhouse wall of sound.
What would you like us to preview on the site?
Let's see. You could do 2 sides. It's definitely one of our. That was what we wanted to title the album for because it was strong. That does not have horns on it, but it's definitely psychedelic.